2, 3, 4.
The world was so big, and I was so small. Your voice was always the loudest of all.
Hello, darling.
Hello,
It's been a long
is it
time
me you're looking
since I
for?
met you.
Rock the Casbah. Rock the Casbah.
Welcome to the Adventures of Danny and Mike. To my right, Mr. Michael C. Marona.
If you remember, I've told this story before.
And to his right, Mr. Daniel Tamborelli.
Like, just stop me if I said this before, but
And I am producer Jeremy. Or just Jeremy, whatever you want to do.
you know, Kate thinks she sings "Rocking the Cash Bar," and he really don't like it. And I'm like, yeah, nobody likes a cash bar.
I can't
particularly
think.
at a
Wow.
wedding.
Yeah, I can't think of anybody who rocks a cash bar.
Rocking the cash bar. We're rocking the cash bar. It really makes me think that she needs to get her ears cleaned. Personally,
It's funny you say that, and I immediately went for my wallet because when we were in San Fran, I left my card
Your
at a
debit card.
venue 20 minutes from the other venue, so I had to cab it completely back. I said, hey, can you just wait outside? I'm just going to go grab it, get the audio, figure that out. Yeah, it sucked. So now I'm very, very hypersensitive about leaving my credit card.
Retrieving
was that the
your
first
card.
time that's happened to you?
No, I'm sure it's not,
Yeah.
but it's the first
I
time
don't
in
think
recent
I've-
memory.
It's never happened to me to the point where somebody ran down the street one time to get me,
Oh, wow.
and that was because I signed the wrong one. It wasn't
Oh,
even 'cause-
okay.
No, I left my card. No, I left my card. No, I did leave my card. Right, but we've all signed the wrong strip.
Yeah.
We've all been
Slip.
there. We've all been there when you sign the one that says customer copy and they really need the merchant copy. And you sign the merchant
do that
copy
anyway.
and you give it to and you
There's-
take it.
There's we can eliminate all this by just some places just give you two identical slips, and whichever one you sign.
Well,
Oh, yeah,
Once
true.
we can convert to Bitcoin, everything's going to be a lot different.
I wonder how. Is there not going to be panics and things like the Great Panic of?
All I know is I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm planning that. I'm hoping.
Why did you?
Yeah, I have
did you-
$5 in
did you invest-
Bitcoin.
You invested in a lot of Bitcoin,
I
huh?
have five.
That
A
was
fiver.
That was smart.
$5?
$5.
When $5? When?
Well, my
He
buddy
just did it.
who's really into cryptocurrency did it, and he said, yeah, just play around with it. And he gave me $5, and right now it's worth $3 because there's been a crash.
Okay. No, this happens. These things happen.
Yeah,
You will
It's going to rocket again, though.
you will rise above this,
Yes.
even if the currency itself does not.
Right. It's a poor mark on my cryptocurrency beginnings, but
You're like every person I see going into Sports World Casino. $5 in a dream.
Where is that? Where is that?
Resorts World, not Sports World. Sports
Oh,
World.
Oh,
Is it-
Resorts
Sorry, Sports World. We were just talking
Yeah.
about Sports World because it was a place in New Jersey that you could go and they had like tons of video games and like local punk rock bands would play there. Went down a weird rabbit hole with my buddy Tim in LA where he just started talking about these bands from high school that I haven't thought of since high school, like the DIY, like local North Jersey punk rock bands that we used to go see in like the VFW hall and places like Sports World.
Oh, the Lake Snug Boaters and the
No, like
Snug Lake
the Bong
Boaters.
Draggers.
oh my god, no,
Yeah.
like these bands Optimistic Red and High Strung.
Ooh.
High Strung's a good name for a punk rock band.
Yeah, not
and
bad.
Sticker. These are also bands that you cannot
Find the work of
if you-
anywhere.
Well, no,
besides
like,
MySpace.
Good luck googling Sticker band.
Well, it's
And then watching
Oh yeah, how do you find?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, but that could be like the sticker
High
guy.
strung band.
That could be like
BuzzFeed, 17 different bands
that are high
strung.
I can top that. I used to love a band called This Bike is
Free-
a Pipe Bomb.
Oh yeah, the Florida. It's a Florida band.
based, yeah, Gainesville, and that is something.
That there's
Yeah, you
stickers.
really should not. You really.
I
should
had that
not
sticker on
take
my
that
bike and it
into-
got stolen.
Yes, we have covered this.
Yeah, love that band. Shout out to
probably-
This Bike is a Pipe
You
Bomb.
could probably find Stan the sticker guy. willing to profit off of.
Well, no,
willing to profit off of all these bands.
I typed in high strung New Jersey punk rock, and this like blog popped up that it was like.
Ever
like
remember?
Maybe like 10 years or 7 years old or something like that. But it was like, do you remember bands that used to play at Sports World? And it just like ran down, and we just went down this crazy rabbit hole. And then I friend requested a couple of them on Facebook because I was like, oh.
I remember you.
Yeah, exactly. Like buddy Sam Macy, who I used to ride the bus with, who was in that band.
I don't remember if I've told this story before, but I tried out. The only time I've
immunizing yourself against all.
The only time I've ever tried out to be in a band was a punk rock band, a pop punk band in Dayton, Ohio. And
I like the story so far.
They posted something about they needed a rhythm guitarist or rhythm guitarist because I can't play lead.
Definitely rhythm.
Yeah,
me too.
So I show up and I was so anxious to do this to audition, and I stayed up most of the night. This is when I was big on the AOL. Dial-up internet. Didn't practice at all. Showed up, and then they would be playing their song.
I'm sorry. You stayed up all night. What? Chatting with your AOL friends?
Yeah.
Or what were you doing?
Yeah. Can you just
what did that have to
for
do?
a second and give us a
what did that have to do with
what you were doing on AOL?
Yeah, what were you doing on AOL
the
night before your big audition?
Well,
Trekkies Unlimited.
I remember I used to make a lot of websites. One was called The Hookup.
Oh my god!
Okay,
and it was a music. I don't know what it was. MTV stole it later. They had the MTV's The Hookup.
Oh, you made your own.
I don't think they found your Angel Fire account.
It was Angel Fire. The hookup.angelfire.com.
GeoCities.
Yeah. No, I was always Angel Fire. I was never GeoCities. But anyway, yeah, I just was a big internet nerd, or in the early days of the internet.
And it didn't occur to you to maybe look up some
chords,
punk rock stuff? Yeah, the night before.
Well, no. Did not occur to me. I did practice a little, but it was mostly just internet browsing. So anyway, I show up, zero sleep. I think I had an hour sleep. I look like death.
So I got mouse hands.
They're like,
my hand is all cramped.
They're like relieved. Like, all right, this is a guy that
looks
the part. Yeah.
He looks like
So I show up and say hi and start, and they're like, all right, well, let's get into it. And they start playing this pop punk song, and they're like, yeah, just join in whenever. And I'm like, all right, cool.
The song's over before you,
and I do like
getting ready to
the start stop, and I try to do it, and I just can't. I'm just so brain dead that I can't play guitar, and I'm a little intimidated because I've never tried to be in any band. So, needless to say,
you
did not go well.
Regretfully inform. We regret to inform you.
You got the
there
the
was
chain letter?
It was obvious. Nobody had to say a word.
They're just like, thank you.
Yeah. And then I got home, and I remember we played a Descendants song, and I was like, I know I can do this, and I did it, and I fucking ripped it, and I just, of course, it was like 3 hours too late, so that's why I was not in Blink-182.
But you were in the chat room telling everybody.
Oh yeah, I killed
afterwards.
it. Yeah.
The hookup chat room.
The comment boards for thehookup.com.
That's right.
Yeah, it's like a place for music and people.
Culture.
It's the hookup. I want to hook you up with my knowledge.
Yeah. I bet we could Wayback Machine that website, to be honest.
God.
I don't know. Yeah.
I think we've all had AOL screen names. We're of a certain age. Danny's of maybe.
I never changed mine, ever.
Nobody.
Same.
I don't think you're allowed to.
I don't know. Well, you could have gotten a different account. No, I was Danny 8-Ball from the time I was. Yeah,
Danny
seriously.
8-Ball.
Danny 8-Ball. I say this now because Instant Messenger is gone, so nobody, and I don't have an AOL account anymore. Yeah. But it was Danny 8-Ball, and it was fine in middle school. And the reason I got it was because we went on the
shifter on the car.
No, 8th grade field trip. You go to DC.
Yep.
And there was a guy outside of like the Washington Monument, and he had like the trench coat, like, and I was like, is this guy gonna flash us? And he opens his coat, and he's got like tons of Zippo lighters and cool shit, and he's just like totally come over to like the group of like 12, 13-year-old boys just like hanging out. Yeah, yes, I had long hair and wearing an Alice in Chains t-shirt, and like he's like, you guys want to buy a Zippo? And I was like, my mom gave me $50. I'll take one.
What?
And it had, I'm sure he charged me more than the $20 that I seem to remember it being, but I don't know. Either way, I came home with a sweet ass fucking Zippo, and it had a skeleton hand holding an 8-ball.
Wow.
And I was like, what am I gonna be, man? I gotta start up this whole AOL. I'm Danny 8-ball. And that was the whole reason why.
This lighter has determined my online personality.
And it did. And then it was fine in high school. And then in college, everybody thought I was a cokehead and kept asking me where I could get coke and all sorts of stuff. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, well, your screen name is Danny 8-ball. And I was like, oh, yeah, I know, but that's not the reason why. And also, how blatantly shady would you have to be to use Danny 8-ball as your fucking handle if you're a cokehead?
Do you mean like those guys who got caught for dealing drugs using Venmo?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that.
All their payments were at like 2-3 in the morning, and they're all like for snacks.
But that, how can you argue against that? The 2 or 3 in the morning snacks, just because every single one has been a $50 snack.
Yes, every single snack was $50 to $100, and
my friend would write in the
memo column.
In the memo, like fucked up shit. And one time he said black tar heroin, and Venmo flagged him.
Wow.
It was like, that's fucked up. This is a real transaction thing, and he had to try to explain that he was just kidding. He's a funny guy.
There's no form to select for just kidding, for only kidding.
Right.
Oh yeah, thanks for the black tar heroin. Well, Venmo's contacting me.
Yeah, I'll change my tune from here on in.
We used to do that for Man Boobs when we had money to pay us back, and it would be like pube transplant or pube bleaching or some
we like
bottom
pubes,
bottom
pubes
row.
It's a
low level comedy.
Low level comedy joke for a low level comedy act.
Yes,
I didn't have to say it.
Which is so funny because Mike, you say dirtier shit sometimes than we ever say in Man Boobs.
It's wonderful, and I'm just smart enough not to say it on tape. I guess.
No, we got
you have it on tape.
Oh no!
Episode 14, episode 30, episode 47. Yeah.
Don't you forget, we have all the edited stuff that you tell us to take out in one thing. That's a joke. We don't do that.
Okay, for the listener.
For the listener,
ignore what we all just said.
This is our Wizard of Oz moment.
Yeah.
Who rang that bell?
Exactly.
It did not. It did not. It did not peak.
No.
For the listener, Jeremy was scared that my loud voice peaked.
No, I wasn't. I just
computer.
I keep an eye on it. That's what I
do.
do.
A good producer does.
That's what I do.
You keep an eye on it, but you still manage to have technical hiccups during our live show in San Francisco, Jeremy.
We're proud of you, Jeremy.
It's valid. Yeah, I did have at least one. One that I can. Joe Ciarello was the one who
said
was get on my balls. Yeah.
Joe said too. Shout out to Joe because he gave us a place to stay.
To Joe.
Yeah.
And I helped him through his Rumspringa this weekend.
Really?
Well, his wife is 6.5 months pregnant with their first child. So
you decided to answer some random ads on Craigslist?
So Joe's not going to be able to go out and hang. I had a couple Homer Simpson indicators this weekend, both via my West Coast friends, one in Los Angeles and one in San Francisco. And this isn't a reflection of me. I think it's more.
Sure, it's the company that you
think
keep.
It's more of a reflection of, we are old school friends and we do old school things like drink a lot. And
go ahead.
Joe, when I was leaving, Joe's like, man, it was so good to see you this weekend. And, I'm sad to see you go, but my liver's happy to see you leave. And I was like, it takes two, man. Like I feel like I was pushing the booze or something. I wasn't really.
It takes two kidneys.
It takes two kidneys.
Only one liver.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying that I wasn't being like, hey man, let's go out and fucking party and keep drinking. It was on his agenda because that's what we always do.
Right.
And then
he doesn't know you've changed.
Right. So that happened.
How is he changed?
And then in
Size
LA.
large.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
And then in LA.
I stayed with my buddy Tim, and then I was leaving then, and he said almost the exact same thing to me. He was like, oh man, good times. It was great to see you. You know,
And next time
I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss you, but my liver's not. Or he said almost identically the same thing, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Next time,
Like,
Airbnb an organ replacement.
It wasn't me, man. It wasn't me.
That's $1 billion idea.
What?
rental organs for partying.
God.
For partying, I did come up with $1 billion idea, fellas.
Yeah.
I did come up with $1 billion idea.
All right, hit me.
Having just come from the old baby sing along the other day.
Oh, you're right.
I texted you guys because this has been nagging. Nothing against Ari and his sweatpants and his headband and his limited repertoire repertoire of baby songs.
Colorful. I mean, it's
he's
gotta be colorful.
Yeah, so you can
Can't
have
be
a good,
the cool guy with the black jeans and black shirt on.
so you can give a good description of him to the cops. Yes, I'm a fan of sing-alongs in general. I just think that you guys could bring some 80s acoustic flavor to these kids' sing-alongs, because then it would be something that the parents can also sing. I'm kind of dying with the kids' songs in the sing-along, even though, by this time I'm familiar with them.
Right. Well, it's something.
I mean, I've always been I've been working on a children's 80s acoustic cover band for a long time now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just very hard to
Get gigs.
turn songs like "Take on Me" into a child-friendly, happy.
Right. Or like the Toadies,
Well, yeah.
Possum Kingdom. It's tough to turn that into
It's
something else.
quite difficult.
Yeah.
But I like the idea. I would think about it.
And there are several people around this neighborhood, Park Slope, that have that as a career. I know that for a fact.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because there's you'll see them in the park. You'll see them in these. There's a puppet show down the street that I'm sure they perform in.
Oh, at Puppet Works.
At Puppet Works. At
Puppet Works.
There's something. Anyway, there's a spot in Brooklyn where they have a festival, and there's all kinds of people like that. I will say though,
I mean, I've written songs for Liam.
But check it out.
But they're
the songs.
fun,
check it out. These songs have already been written in the 80s,
No, I know.
and you just have to sing them.
I know, but I don't think you can be a solely children's 80s acoustic cover band. I think you still have to drop
These
those
are just gigs. These are just gigs.
I know, but
these are not the only
But look,
gigs.
but here's the deal: you can't just appease the parents.
that's why you do this.
That's why you have to do.
That's why it's
a
acoustic.
little bit. That's why. Well, that's why you have to have some sort of that. Like I have a song called "He's Got Eggies in His Hair and He Don't Care," and it's really fun, and it's a great song.
Was it written for Liam, about Liam?
No, it was actually written for my other nephew, Henry. Henry. Yeah, when I was up in Nantucket, we spent a lot of time with him, and he really liked that. I brought the little guitar.
Oh, nice.
And he was just like fascinated with it. And so every time he was having breakfast and putting eggies in his hair, I just started singing the song. He's got eggies in his hair and he don't care.
So he just automatically put eggs in his hair?
Yeah. Because he's eating and then he's touching his hair and then he's, touching his face and then some of the eggs get stuck on his face and they don't all go in his mouth. You know how it is. You know how kids eat.
He has a kid. He knows how it is.
I can enjoy something like that.
So I'm saying it's easy it's just, you can just make these tunes real quick. And as long as they've got a good hook and the kids are going to sing along to it, then you give the parents, Kansas. Give them a little Kansas.
Here's my thought. Make it educational. So it's like, Take on Me would be wash your hands after you pee. Wash your hands. You know what I'm saying? Like make it something where the adults are going to love it.
You're basically making Veggie Tales out of 80s.
Is that what Veggie Tales does?
80s songs. Well, no, they were made like Bible stories with vegetables. And they got rid of all the begatting for some reason. Like you never see vegetables fucking in the Veggie Tales. You never see
no bloodlettings.
Cucumber.
Yeah. But what's weird is that he slew all those Philistines with the jawbone of a
rutabaga.
Very good.
All right.
Very good.
Yeah. Okay, well,
wow, that was our natural pause. Rutabaga.
Yeah.
That's my safe word.
I can't remember the last time I ate a
rutabaga.
Yeah.
Rutabaga.
That's your safety word?
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I ate a rutabaga. I've eaten parsnips. I've eaten turnips more recently than
Man,
Either of those.
I am a major parsnip enthusiast.
Really?
I think parsnips are one of the greatest root
Holy
vegetables
crap!
ever.
They're not
Yeah.
just for Christmas. They're not. I mean, I'm not like a summer parsnips man.
I'm
roasting
I'm a
them.
4-season parsnips man.
Dude, this time of year, I'm roasting them, and I'm roasting them with
roasting would be good.
abandon.
Ooh.
I can't stop roasting them.
Yeah.
What's better than getting home, cold day at work, Jeremy?
Yeah, I hear you.
You know, putting the oven on first
Ooh,
thing.
Yeah, I feel
Okay.
it's
Wash-
chilly now.
you know,
It's chilly.
Maybe you take a tinkle, wash your hands.
Mhm.
Obviously,
Turn that heater up.
wash your hands after you pee.
Wash those hands.
And then, maybe just chop up some vegetables roughly. You got your sweet potatoes, you got your potatoes, you got parsnips.
You put sweet potatoes in the little spiralizer, and I do that with parsnips too. And then I chop them up, and then I make like a hash with them. Essentially, like just put eggs in, and it's just like
Because they both cook, they all cook rapidly at that point.
no. The root vegetables take a while. I mean, it's
No,
a
I'm
good
saying
it's a
when you
good
make
cook.
it-
Like you can
when you
almost like
turn them into-
caramelize them
When you turn them
by
into
putting
spirals.
them on the pan. Yeah. Boy, it's good. Something I love and a brand I will not hate on is a spiralizer. Changed my whole life.
On the phone with my mother, she used the word vegetti, and I asked her to stop immediately, and she understood.
Yeah.
She understood.
Yeah.
She can use the verb to spiralize if she wishes, and I will not begrudge her that.
Yeah.
Mike, have you seen my vegetti? Mike,
just,
something's stuck in my vegetti. Can you get it out?
Yeah,
hey
we'll
Dan,
move on from this.
let's just stop there.
Well-
I can't help myself. I'm sorry.
Back to San Fran, we had a great time. We ate a lot of Chinese food.
We couldn't be stopped.
There was a time when I said, Dan, but we've eaten Chinese food twice already. He's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I can eat it all. We're in San Francisco. We're eating Chinese food. So.
You can't help yourself. You just can't. You have to eat good Chinese food because there's
Yeah.
good Chinese food here, but it's not the same.
It's not that.
Jeremy,
It's
have
that.
you picked up any like Chinese food techniques yourself, cooking vegetarian in our travels?
Not so much really. I don't make Chinese food very much. Like I'll do stir fry, but that's not that's some basic shit.
Wow.
I gotcha. With
Yeah.
a wok.
Yeah.
Some basic
Yeah.
shit.
You put the wok in though.
Yeah, I did get a walk from IKEA at some point and so use that once in a while. They get hot really fast, guys. So this is the cooking tip of the day. If
Does
you're
it
using
have
a wok.
does it have LEDs in it?
No.
Oh yeah, the wok is the point, is to have a little hot spot in the middle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, those
Real
things,
hot.
Those suckers get hot. Way hot.
Yeah.
Super hot.
But
So,
I guess we wrap up this little minisode.
We thicken our sauces with a little bit of cornstarch and rapid
a
stirring.
roux. Are you gonna make a roux?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a clumper. I'm not a big clumper, but I love a nice sauce, and there's a lot of different sauces.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different sauces to love.
Yeah. That all start with that same little
The
roux.
base.
Yeah.
Good call.
Biscuits and gravy, noodles.
It's been a while since I had the Holy Trinity: grits, biscuits, and sausage gravy.
Wow.
Oh God! All together.
Different catering setups will usually have 2 out of the 3.
Yeah.
But when you have the 3, you can't not. You have to.
You have to go through it. You have to have a little bit on each plate.
Well, Jeremy can back me up on this. When
'Cause you don't want them to touch.
nothing may touch. Jeremy can back me up on this. When you get to catering, like everything's covered with lids and shit, so you don't know right away what you're getting. You know, like you can make a decision about what you're going to eat and then change your mind halfway through, because
Right.
when you lift the lid, they're out of the.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that just specific to being on sets, which I've been a part of?
No.
Jeremy, I can.
No, I don't think Dan is going to understand this.
How was
You can get
I don't
it.
think
What
Dan's
the
going to.
fuck was
I don't
that?
think Dan's going to understand this.
Rockstar
Sometimes
fucked
they're
up.
out.
Rockstar
Sometimes
ordered in? I'm sure they didn't have catering.
also, what do you call it?
I've been on regular sets, guys.
What's that?
I still do stuff.
What's that?
Hey.
egg? What's that
Hey,
egg dish?
guy, hey,
Yeah.
What's that
Hey.
egg
The
dish?
chafing dish.
hey,
Hollandaise.
guys,
Hollandaise.
no.
with the
Hey,
hollandaise.
guys, no.
Here's a hot.
Eggs Benedict, Dan.
Hey,
That's what you
guys,
don't get. That's what you don't get is
I
Eggs
can't
Benedict. You don't understand Eggs Benedict in the morning.
am so.
You get wrapped muffins,
I,
probably.
I feel terrible
Plastic
right
wrap
now.
muffins.
I feel like my
Oh,
friends
God.
have betrayed me.
Is that what you do with your muffins, Dan? You microwave
straight from a
I don't microwave anything.
roadstop.
I'm pretty
But
sure.
that's besides the point. You guys don't think I'm on TV sets and stuff. Well, I am.
Well, you just may not
Just
have
because
heard
my
about.
friends are on TV sets and I go there for the free catering. Oopsies.
That's true.
I was tempted to do that the other
You know?
the other morning, but I didn't because there's so many good food options in Greenpoint. In addition to being so many good filming locations in Greenpoint.
Oh yeah.
There's many good culinary choices.
Here's my hot take on seeing the covered sterno, whatever they're called, and
Chafing dishes, as
you look
said.
at the spoon. If you look at the spoon,
If
it's outside of
if
the
it's a
chafing
slotted
dish,
spoon.
and you see potatoes on there, it's potatoes. You see eggs on the spoon, it's eggs.
Oh yeah, that is a classic indicator. You're
yeah,
right.
Yeah. So that's take that. That's for all you.
So look at the spoon, and if the spoon is
Catering.
For the listener,
enthusiast.
If the spoon is
Jeremy's
encrusted
looking at
with
me like
food.
I don't know what a catering truck is.
Right. Yeah. So what a catering truck is, Dan? It's a
Oh my
truck
god!
that they cook food in. So one of these days you'll get on a set. It'll
yeah,
be fun.
Dan, when you find yourself, Dan, you will find yourself there.
Yeah.
eventually.
One of these days.
Yeah, I'll just call one of you guys and say when's lunch.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
I'll take a picture of the truck next time I see it, so you know what it looks like.
Coffee
Boy,
is built into
this
the
is-
truck, Dan.
Wow, there's coffee in the truck.
Yeah, they have reservoirs.
Oh
And a
my
TV. Some of the trucks have
gosh.
TVs.
They have reservoirs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But everybody give Dan some thoughts and prayers. Hopefully he gets on a set one of these days.
Yeah, I know you had a couple of auditions out there in
Oh
LA,
my
so hopefully
God.
those come through
Gentlemen,
and with bookings,
please.
and you can get onto a.
Yeah. But for realsies,
I just want to write, man. I don't want to be on TV,
Yeah.
but I still want the catering.
the
I still want
recognition and the
I
adulation that
just
comes
want,
with it.
I just want the catering, man. That's it.
I honestly think, we should wrap this up. But thanks to everybody who came out to San Francisco. Thanks to Sketchfest, to
thank you to
Cole.
Sketchfest.
Thank you to the city of San Francisco for being so strange.
That's
Thanks
right.
to Sketchfest for making sure Mikey C
That's
and
absolutely.
got where
Absolutely.
he needed to go in a
quick amount of time.
That was really cool of them.
Yeah.
Thank you for helping me out, family wise.
And you never know, we might see you there again at some time in the future. You just never know.
Soon.
Yeah. Yeah. So thanks for that. And thanks for listening, y'all.
Just want to let you know that we are on the Danny and Mike
Audio group, which is a collective of the Danny, Mike, and Jeremy individual audio groups.
All rights reserved, and any
LLCs
transcripts or rebroadcasting is strictly no, it's prohibited.
No, you just have to get permission from all three of us separately.
Written.
And if you want that, you can go to our Patreon.
That's
and,
patreon.com/Danny and Mike with
The end spelled out.
All right. Well, before we go, I did want to say we're going to start doing a live stream soon. So if you guys have any brainstorming ideas out there in the Twitterverse or Instagramverse, shoot us a line. What you'd like to see from a live stream from us.
We love ideas.
Yeah,
That's right.
I'm cool with that.
So that's a thing that's happening. Also, obviously, support us on Patreon, and we'll see you next episode.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
The Adventures of Danny and Mike stars Danny Tamborelli and Michael C. Morona. The show is produced by Jeremy Balin. For more information on the guys, visit our website at DannyandMike.com. Also, look us up on Twitter at Danny and Mike with the and spelled out, and on Facebook at Facebook.com/The Adventures of Danny and Mike. Thanks for listening.